Rise and shine. It is my last full day in County Donegal, and it's a big one. So we're starting the day with this beautiful view from my bedroom. Showered, got dressed, ready for the day, and headed downstairs for breakfast. The B&B host asked what I wanted to eat the night before, and I asked for a Spanish omelet because they are from Spain. So I thought that sounded yummy and different, and I knew I had one more morning here, so I'd get the Irish breakfast the next morning as my final breakfast here. And this is the common space. Isn't it so beautiful? There was only one other couple staying here, so I chatted with them a little bit before heading out into the car to drive about an hour to Malin Head. Behind me is the most northern part of Ireland. I spent a couple hours wandering around the trails around here. It was incredibly windy, so be very, very careful. Don't get too close to the edge. And it rained off and on, but honestly, I love a dramatic Ireland, so that's okay with me. Fun fact, if you like Star Wars, which I don't think I've ever seen a full Star Wars movie, this is where they filmed Star Wars The Last Jedi. So if that's something you're into, it's a cool place to check out beyond just the dramatic beauty of the coast. Once I was done here, I was hungry again, and so I headed to Farron's Bar, which is the most northern pub in contiguous Ireland, and I got their seafood chowder, a nice warm tea, and the people that worked there were super friendly. The bar had a lot of Star Wars paraphernalia, so again, if you're into that, you need to stop here. Then I drove to a beach that was recommended to me by a couple that I'd met in Dunfanaghy at Patsy Dan's. This was the beach, I believe it's called Cold Laugh Beach. Again, it was rainy, windy, whatever. It doesn't matter. It's beautiful. Sat in the car for a little bit watching the waves, and then I noticed there was a coffee trailer there. So I got Earl Grey tea and took it for a walk along the sand. Up next, I went to Glenevin Waterfall. Sitting at home planning this trip, I was like, I'm going to swim in that waterfall. But since it was so rainy, it just wasn't going to happen today. This is the waterfall. Beautiful. There's only a handful of other people there. Really peaceful, short walk. Not gonna lie, I was pretty tired, so I stopped at the market house, got a chai and this really lovely brookie, and then I went home and took a nap for like 2 hours before heading to the Rusty Nail for my last dinner in Donegal. I got a steak sandwich situation, and I just wanted like a bite of ice cream, and that's what they gave me. I loved it. I did ask for the sprinkles though, not gonna lie. As I was driving back to the B&B, I noticed the sun was starting to make some colors for sunset, and I wondered if there would be a colorful sunset. So I headed down to Poland Bay, and the clouds were super dramatic. I didn't get any more colors than what I just already showed, but I just sat, watched the waves roll in, and enjoyed my last night in County Donegal for now. You know I'll be back.